Set in the San Juan archipelago, mere hours from the bustling metropolis of Seattle, Washington, lies a true hidden gem of the Pacific Northwest, Orcas Island. Formed hundreds of millions of years ago by the same geological movements that formed the Cascade Mountain Range, the island is a stunning coastal oasis of hidden waterfalls, glistening lakes, soaring peaks, and lush forests. But it's also home to a wide diversity of possible experiences. From off-grid camping to luxury resorts, to something in between. Cute small towns, to vast nature reserves, to artist retreats. Smooth, winding roads to lure any sports car enthusiast, to bumpy forest tracks leading to adventure. There's truly a little bit of everything here. And today, I'm bringing you along for a road trip. After making the 2-hour drive from Seattle to Anacortes, Washington, we boarded the ferry to the island. The Washington State ferry system is the main connector between the otherwise isolated San Juan Islands, so any ferry ride to one of the islands usually involves several stops at various small coves to drop off and pick up people, parcels, and food. We arrived at Orcas in the evening as the sun was beginning to set, and we set out on one of the island's many beautiful country highways toward our lodging. After driving along a bumpy gravel drive through a forest and a farmyard, we arrived at the quaint but charming North Beach Inn. Our stay for the next few nights was a secluded beachside cabin complete with retro vibes, comfy furnishings, and a front row seat to the sunset. It felt like a whole different era compared to the city we had been in just a few short hours earlier. We unpacked the car, took in the fiery sundown, and went to bed. The next morning, feeling well-rested and rejuvenated, we made our way to Moran State Park, home to over 5,000 acres of forests, lakes, waterfalls, and of course, Mount Constitution, the highest peak in the San Juan Islands. Once inside the park, we ditched our car and set out on foot, ascending through the waterfalls, lakes, trees, and jaw-dropping vistas toward the peak of Mount Constitution. At the top of the mountain stands a stone observation tower, modeled after medieval watchtowers and built during the Great Depression by the Civilian Conservation Corps. The tower offers expansive views of the whole archipelago and even up into neighboring Canada, and truly makes you feel like the king of the world. After enjoying lunch and the views from the top, we made our way back down and got back in the car to explore some of the island's amazing driving roads. At the end of one of these roads, we stopped to explore Obstruction Pass State Park. Although tiny compared to Moran State Park, this little park plays host to scenic forest trails, ocean overlooks, and a beautiful, tranquil ocean cove. We sat by the water, soaking up the late afternoon sun and simple beauty of the place for a long, long time. Eventually, we hiked back to the car and made our way to the island's one full-sized grocery store to pick up some ingredients for dinner and a campfire. Orcas is known as a bit of a foodie haven with many renowned restaurants, but unfortunately, since we traveled there mid-week, most places were closed, so we opted for a home-cooked approach instead. We made it back to the cabin, enjoyed a simple dinner, and relaxed with s'mores over a campfire as the sky treated us to yet another show of brilliant reds and oranges. I've been lucky enough to travel and experience many beautiful places and moments in my life so far, and I suppose some have been more stunning and exotic than this, but something about the quiet solitude, the crackling campfire, and the simple beauty of it all puts this evening way up there on my list of moments. The next morning, we left the cabin and made our way into the town of East Sound. Located toward the north of the island, East Sound is the largest establishment on the island and is home to charming shops and museums, cute restaurants and cafes, and beautiful views of the Sound beyond. It's a charming spot to enjoy a stroll and a relaxing morning. From East Sound, we got back on the road, heading west toward the Orcas Island Pottery. Located at the end of yet another bumpy forest drive, this cute establishment is the oldest pottery in the Pacific Northwest. With a tranquil indoor-outdoor pottery walk, beautiful garden, and busy studio, it's a fascinating place to soak up some artistic energy and learn a bit about the roots of Orcas Island. From the pottery, we wandered south to the Turtleback Mountain Preserve. Once a large expanse of private property quite nearly sold to real estate developers, the preserve is now owned and operated by a local conservation group. It's home to many beautiful trails and abandoned logging roads, which makes for a tranquil afternoon stroll. It also has many viewpoints which offer pretty vistas of the surrounding area and occasionally quite steep drop-offs. But above all, at one end of the preserve lies Turtle Head Peak. Despite standing shorter than the top of Mount Constitution, this peak still offers absolutely stunning views of all the surrounding islands in the San Juan archipelago. It's also considerably quieter than Mount Constitution. We had the whole place to ourselves for a good half hour as we soaked up the panoramic views below and the soaring raptors overhead. From the Turtleback Mountain Preserve, we made our way to Deer Harbor, yet another small-town harbor overlooking the Puget Sound, with sailboats glowing in the golden hour light. Finally, we made our way back to the north of the island for another dinner and campfire against the sunset's fiery backdrop. The next morning, we packed our bags and caught an early morning ferry home. Our trip lasted only a couple of days, but the memories will last for a lifetime. Orcas Island isn't just a destination. It's an escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. It's a place where time seems to slow down, allowing us to reconnect with nature and ourselves. Thanks for watching.